Hi everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel's Super Cute Creation, and we are here on Scrappy Sunday. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make some clusters today. And what I did is I just grabbed a pile of stuff and decided that's what I was going to use. So we're going to start with all these items and we're going to use these up. And then from there, we'll just chat and have a good time. So please say hello if you are just coming in. One of the things that I have a lot of are stamped images. And so I love to trade stamp images. And so now I'm going to use some of these up today in these little embellishments. So normally I would have these fussy cut ahead of time, but I wasn't planning on using them until just a couple of minutes ago. So I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. These are just some collage boards that I had left, and my plan was to just go ahead and use them up. And this is a piece of packaging that had these beautiful butterflies on it. So I'm not going to fussy cut them because I kind of like the background, but I am going to tear around them. And we're going to use these in our clusters. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Please say hello so I know who's in here. And so I like to do these and do, oh, I'm so sorry for my dogs barking. I like to do 3 or 4 elements. I also have this bag of packaging that was sent. I don't even know who sent it to me, but we're going to use part of this. And my goal today, in about an hour, is to see how many clusters we can make. And we're not going to think too much about it. We're just going to use these pieces up and get them out of our stash. How many of you have tons of stuff in your stash that needs to be used up? So I like to layer them up in groups of 3 to 5. So right now we have 3, and I'm going to add one of these stamps here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to staple this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this on. So there's our first one. Hi, Mitzi. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited to be back, you guys. It's been a while. COVID just had some crazy times for me. So I'm glad to be back and crafting and sharing with you all as much as I can. And we're going to just get going. Hi, how have you been, Mitzi? So this right here is some of those little French cards, vocabulary cards. I actually have some of these in my shop, my Etsy store, but they're fun to play with. And we're just going to keep adding little pieces as we go here. Actually, let's go like this. So I'm leaving this little bit of pink showing because I think it'll draw that pink from my ticket. So we'll go ahead and we're going to staple that right there. And then I'm going to add this little image right here. Oh, thanks so much, Mitzi. I am. I'm so glad to be back. I've missed you all so much and things got a little bit busy. I am trying to get my Etsy shop back up and running again. And trying to get my channel back up and running. So excited to be back. So excited to be back. Okay. So like I said, we're using everything that's on my desk. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. So we're going to kind of put that like that. Let's see here. Let's see. What can we play with? Add that little piece of fabric. Have these stamps here. Also have this. So traditionally we would use that as a tab, but I'm going to add that right there. Please take a moment to share this if you know somebody that would be interested in making these. And I hope you grab some scraps and scrap along with me. I'd love to just chit chat a little bit and just have a great time here as we get some of these scraps used up that are in our stash. I don't know about you guys, but I am so ready to do that. So I'm just stapling, and then I'm adding stamps after that. So I'm going to grunge this up a little bit. It's a vintage stamp, but it looks a little bit white still. So we're going to add that right on there. So these clusters can be used for so much stuff. They're great to put on cards, on envelopes. I have these stickers. I have no idea where they came from. They probably came in Happy Mail or something. But we can add that gold sticker because it's pulling the gold from here. Let's use this other side while we have it. This time I'm going to put it in the back. I have some of these Tim Holtz cards that I think we can add. Let's put a little ink on them. Hi, Joyce. How are you? All right, from Canada. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're having a great day. All right, so okay, so what I'm going to do for this one is I am going to staple this on here, and I'm going to use the staple as the embellishment. Oh, I'm sorry. Why is that? Is that backwards to you guys? Let me just turn my camera for a minute here. Sorry. All right, I'm going to cover my camera for just a second and hope I can fix it for you. Nope, that's backwards too, isn't it? Darn. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, hopefully I didn't make you sick or dizzy. I don't know what's going on today. Normally I don't have that issue. All right, so we're going to add this. And how do we want this cluster here? I'm going to add a piece of this vintage feed sack fabric. And you don't need a lot. That's what I love about these clusters is you really don't need a lot. You can just use a little bit and it goes a long way. All right. And I'm going to do another staple right here. So this one's going to have 2 staples and we'll be done with that. Hi, Chloe. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Julie. And Joyce. Awesome. Thanks so much for saying hello so I know who's here. So have you ladies been crafting much lately? I'd love to know what you've been working on. All right, so I have this that someone sent me in some Happy Mail. It says believe in yourself, but it's a little bit too bright. So I'm going to grunge it up a little bit. And we're going to add that right here. And then I'm going to add this other one. Let's add the pink one. We'll keep it kind of the same. I'll add this fabric here. As I said, I'm using what I have up on my desk first. So when you do that, you don't have a lot of options. You have to kind of use what you have. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. I'm going to put this behind here. Maybe. There we go. Sorry guys, this fabric's kind of rolling up on me. It's old, and plus I've had it stuffed away here for a while. Let's get that in there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to staple right here. You've been organizing craft supplies, working with SVG files, and making a start of your Christmas cards. Awesome! Making a few little journal tags. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you guys, I have been so out of this for so long. I'm just happy to be back. So we're going to add this little piece, and I'm going to add this stamp right here. And I'm going to just do another staple just for time's sake. So the thing I love about these clusters is that you can just really do them pretty fast. If you don't think too much about them, you can do them pretty fast, and they turn out so wonderful. Gonna have to grab a few more things here. Grab another piece of fabric. So I have this. All right. So we're gonna let this little bit of blue peek out here because it goes with this ticket. We're gonna add this ticket right here. So we're at 4 items. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to staple this. Awesome. I'm so excited, Chloe, that you listened. Yeah, that's why I decided today, you know what? I'm just going to come on and we're going to use items we have. We're going to stop hoarding them. I've had these little stamps for a while now, and I didn't want to use them because I bought them. They were vintage and I was like, oh, I don't want to use them because, I'm not going to get any more. Well, you know what? I don't want my daughter to clean this stuff out. So we're just going to go ahead and use them up. And we're going to make some beautiful pieces of art. Oops. I guess I didn't get that fabric in there. So we're just going to come down here. We're going to add a little bit of glue, Fabri-Tac. There. And I'll glue this little piece there. Now, if you have some flimsy paper on the back of a cluster, sometimes what I will do is I'll grab something that's a little sturdier and I'll just make a base. And this is nothing more than just giving it some stability. So in this case, because I used that paper bag that was stamped, I'm just going to put that on there because that just gives it a little bit of stability. All right, we have 2 more left. I also have these Hello, My Name Is stickers. And these stickers, I got at at an estate sale. So I'm going to stick them down on here. And I'm going to tear around them because I think these will be really cute. And I do have these in some of my new kits, just so you all can play around with them because I think they're so fun. And sometimes if it's too close, you guys, you can use your scissors to kind of rough it up. I have to use my other scissors. Okay, but that's okay. We got it. So I went ahead and stuck that down. We're going to add some ink to it. So Chloe, what types of things did you use up since you were listening to my last video? I'd love to know. You know what? Am I using tea dye? Well, no wonder it's so light. There we go. Oh, I'm so happy for you. What else have you guys been doing this week? I'm glad you took on my challenge and used some things up, because that is what we want to do. So this is really bright, but it's cute. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to just add, oh, let's see, how do we want to do this? We're just going to add some of these pieces together. Use some paper pads you've been hoarding, plus loads of your embellishments. Awesome. I'm so glad you took that challenge on. So for those of you that didn't watch last week, I challenged everybody who watched me on Sunday to stop hoarding their supplies and get some out and use them. And so the other thing is, so today's challenge is I literally just cleaned off my desk and areas. How many of you you just keep piling stuff up and you just don't feel like dealing with it, and so you end up just having a bin or a container or something full of supplies? Does anybody else have that issue? Like it's just kind of like your odds and ends types of things. Maybe I'm the only one. So what I do is I like to keep everything in bins, and so sometimes I just get lazy and I don't feel like putting those items away. So I'll just have them. I need a little bit of color. Need a little bit of color behind there. I'll just have them, and so I just put them in a bin, and I'm just too lazy to put them away. And so then the next thing you know, I have them all together and they're just sitting somewhere. And so that's what this is. I literally went and I just grabbed all the odds and ends items that I had and decided that, you know what, it was time to use them up. And so that is what I did. Okay. So that is all I'm doing, is making clusters out of that. You got bins everywhere. So Joyce, my challenge this week to you all is to grab those bins and pull out a handful of items to make clusters with. That's all I'm doing. And these, you know, you can start with them and you can always add to them to make them work with your project. Oops. But see, these are odds and ends stamps that just didn't go with the other part. But look at how cute these are, you guys. And these are all just things that I had laying around. And we've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clusters out of the junk that I just had sitting on my desk. So we've got one more to make, and then we'll start making some more. You like those? Yeah, I think they're cool. And so I just want you guys to grab just some random stuff and challenge yourself to only use what's there. So now look, this is two-sided paper. So this is what I love about double-sided paper, and especially when you have scraps of it. These make wonderful clusters because you can use the paper twice and get 2 different looks. So I'm adding this on here. We're going to add this little noted. Let's see, how do we want to do that? We'll add it like that. I'm going to grab some, what do I have over here? I have some watercolor paper. That was actually marble paper when I did some water marbling. And these pages didn't turn out as well. So we'll just add that little bit of blue in there. Let's see here, like that. I'm going to add some fabric. We're going to pull some of this blue on this fabric. And sometimes you can do a theme and other times you can't. So don't worry if you can't do a theme. Don't worry about it. And so what I was trying to do is pull pull this to make a little bunch. So see, I just made a little ruffle with that. So I'm going to tuck that in there. And look at how cute that is. So now I'm just going to take my stapler, staple that, spread that out just a little bit. And then I can look for something here if I want, or I'll just leave this one because I can always add something later. That's why what I love about clusters is that you can just keep them the way they are. And sometimes I ink them, sometimes I don't. It just depends. But we've literally just used up a ton of items that I had. So let's kind of pull the green from this. Oops, I pulled the number off. Darn it, we'll keep that. So this is a little card. So this is the English side on this side that says big. But I'm going to use it because I want the green, because we're going to use another one of these hello, my name is stickers. So pulling this off, we're going to add it to a base. I'm going to tear this off. How many of you make clusters? These can be used on cards. I love to put them on envelopes. You can put them on tags. So here's a tag. This is just a plain tag. And look, I can take and put this cluster on it. And look at how beautiful that is. You can take this and put it on there. So you can quickly decorate tags. Now, last week, you guys were talking, you didn't know what stuffies were, and I call these stuffies. So these are out of scrap, but I love to use these on the tops as well. And now you have a little notepad, so you can make little notepads. So those are just some of the fun things that I do with my handmade embellishments. And I do sell some of them in my Etsy shop, and I love to trade them. So it's fun to trade with others and see what other people make. So that's always a great idea too. So this time I'm going to have the hello, my name is down the side. And I want to put these kind of like this. So we're going to add it like that. But I need to add something in here. So I'm going to pull, we're going to use this. So I'm going to add this piece of fabric. Oop, like that and like that. Sorry, guys, I'm like fumble fingers tonight. I don't know what's going on. Apologize. All right, so I added that. This one needs something else. I think it needs another stamp or something. But isn't that cute? I mean, that's a great side tuck. And you can even put, you know, if you decide later you want to add another piece on to make it a larger embellishment, you can. That's what I love about it. Okay, so you're not confident with layering. Okay, so here's my suggestion with you, Chloe. You layer 3 to 5. So sometimes I just layer plain bases. So a lot of times I'll just have the bases. And so if you want to layer the bases with 3 items, 3 different items, it can be 3 pieces of paper, it can be 2 pieces of paper and 1 piece of fabric, but you want 3 to 5 every time. And remember, that element can be as little or big as you want it to be. So these Tim Holtz cards I've had, and the word little, I don't know what I would use that for, but if I layer it in a cluster, and in this case, I just want the number to show on this one. So now I'm going to take, because I want it to be a little more vintage, and I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to layer it. That's too big. That's too big. We'll use that on another one. Let me use this. So layer 3 to 5, that's my recommendation. All right, there we go. That looks better. All right, so we have that. I'm going to grab some of this fabric. I'm going to use this piece right here. And I'm just going to keep layering. Now, it needs something else. So I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to grab this little postage stamp that's on this paper. And I'm just tearing around it. I'm going to ink it up to make it look a little more vintage. So we're going to add that. Oops. Add that right there. And this one's pretty plain, but it can be used on just about anything. Whoops. There I go again. I didn't staple everything. So if you didn't staple everything, just add a little bit of glue to the back and slide that right back in there. And you have this cute little cluster. Now, I could also take this if I wanted to, and I could add that in there. You know, I can do a variety of different things. You've been better at copying others. Hey, so copy me by just grabbing a pile of stuff and start stapling them together. And if you don't like it, still throw it in your bin, because you'll be surprised at what you end up doing later. And I promise you, you will. Because, so these are just the blank cards that came in that same set, that French set. It came with some blank ones so that you can make your own. I'm going to just layer that behind here because I need a little bit more stability. So I'm just going to let that kind of stick out like that. So now I have 3 pieces. I'm going to add a piece of this fabric because I said I'm using everything that's on my desk, right? So this one, let's see. We're going to just kind of make a little rosette type thing. I'm going to staple that like that. And then I'm going to rip out one of these butterflies, and we're going to use a butterfly on there. Simple as that. So I'll do it a little bit closer. But I love doing the ripping also because you don't have to do the fussy cutting. Now, if you don't like that look, that's fine. Go ahead and do your, go ahead and cut out your pieces. I don't know if I like that or not. So I'm going to leave this one because I don't love that. And so I'm just going to leave it like it is because I know I'll be able to find something later that'll work with that. Chloe, I do a little bit of both. I get inspiration from others. A lot of times I just spend time I do a lot of just playing with paper. I try to, so one of my goals is to play artistically 10 to 20 minutes a day. And so I do work full time. Those of you who've watched my channel know that I'm a principal. And so people always ask me, how do you have time to do this? Well, you have to make time to do it. You can't, if you don't make time to do it, you're never going to get it done. And so I hear so many people tell me, well, I don't have time to do that. Well, you don't have time because you're not making time to do it. And so I make time 10 to 20 minutes a day. And so I plan my days on Sundays. And if I can't do it after work, then I have to get up 10 to 20 minutes earlier in the morning to play. And so by doing a lot of playing, I'm able to, I think it comes a little bit easier for me. If that makes sense. But I get inspiration from all over. I really try to, I do watch YouTube sometimes, and sometimes I will, you know, play like I said. Other times, it just depends. But I look all over and everywhere for inspiration. Sometimes I like to do a lot of junk journaling, but sometimes I will look at scrapbooking videos to just get some ideas. And even though I'm doing more of a junk journal theme, I will use those ideas. So yeah, it's just, you know what, when you limit yourself to supplies that are in front of you, you know, I recommend just grabbing, you know, a piece of fabric. Grab a piece of fabric. Grab a, you know, grab some paper and grab some postage stamps. And that's all you have to work with. And then just play with those things. And when you play with them, you would be surprised what you actually will come up with. This one's going to be fairly flat. I have 4 pieces. I need a 5th one. Just not sure where I'm going to get my 5th piece. So I use some vintage wrapping paper. This stuff is very, very old. And we're going to just put it up here to peek out. There we go. There. See, and this one's all very, very flat. There's 5 pieces, and they're pretty much right there. I'm looking for, here we go. Looking for a piece just to put behind here because I don't want it to, it's kind of floppy right there. So this piece is really a hidden piece, but it's going to strengthen up my cluster. So there you go. There's just a really flat cluster, but look at how cute that's going to be on a tag. Yeah, I can't wait to see it, Chloe. Please, I'd love to see what you end up with because these are so fun. So fun. All right, so we have hello, my name is again. I'm going to use this vintage wrapping paper. I have to be really careful with it though because it's very, very fragile. So we're going to go like this. Let's see. There we go. And we have just about cleaned up all of the items that I have here, and it's only been 30 minutes. All right. All right, we're getting closer, you guys. We're getting closer. All right, let's use up this scrap of book page. Anybody else anybody have any tips for making these? Because I just love to just play. And I like to do them different sizes, different shapes. Like I love this one has the money on it or the amount right here. So even though I ripped the bottom off, I kept this because I want the $3.75 to show. So we're going to kind of peek that like that. Go like this. All right, I'm going to glue this down just because. There we go. And I'm going to glue this down. All right. And I don't want to cover, whoops, I don't want to cover up the $3.75. So We're going to see how that just peeks out right there. So we're going to put that piece of fabric that was left right there. And I think we'll use this butterfly. That's a great idea to wash your, I love to do, so Chloe's saying that she did a lot of organizing and she's laminated some pieces so she can put her washi tape around it. And I love to share washi tape. In fact, you know what? I have a piece of washi tape right here. You can totally use washi tape too on these projects. Thank you for the inspiration. Look, I just added that piece of washi tape right there. And now we're going to add our butterfly. And there we go. Awesome. I'm going to keep my 2 pieces there because we're going to use those up too. Okay, we're getting closer, you guys. We are getting closer. All right, let me throw these little bitties away. All right. Grab this cardstock again. And I'm doing this very quickly. Do not give yourself too much time to think about it. If you give yourself too much time to think about it, you will overthink the process. All right. I'm going to grab some of that marble paper, water marbled paper. I'm going to give it a little bit of an ink, not much. Accidentally wrinkled up my washi tape. Are you kidding? Come on. Come on. There we go. So I added that little piece right there. And we are going to, I'm going to tear this little number off. I'm going to keep that number, even though I'm not using it this time. And I'm going to keep that number. So we'll ink up around this. We'll add that. Let's see, what else do we have left on our desk here? What do we have left? We have some book page, which could be fun. Whoops. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. So what projects are you guys working on? Is anybody starting to work on anything for Christmas yet? I know you guys are probably all like screaming at me, let's not talk about Christmas. But Christmas is going to be here before you know it. So I need to start thinking about Christmas projects. And here's some pattern paper, some tissue paper. So I'm going to just kind of wrinkle this up in a fan motion. Oh, you've started on your Christmas cards. Good for you. All right. So see, I'm just kind of making this. All right. And I'm going to add this little, if I can get a hold of it here, stamp. I'm going to grunge it up a little. Scrunch it up just a little bit. Oops, it's upside down. There we go. Simple as that. All right, we're getting there. All right, I have one more piece of this left, so we might as well use it. Tearing my edges. Everybody's so quiet tonight. It must be boring you all to death. Anybody crafting along with me tonight? All right. So I want to use these little numbers. Hey, I appreciate you talking to me, Chloe, because otherwise I'm just talking to myself. I'm talking to the air out here. So I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to add this little tab. So we have a tab here. We're going to add this little number. Oh, Mitzi, you're just watching. Okay, all right. I don't want to bore you all to death. So, okay, so we have that. I do want to do this big butterfly here. You guys, I've had this piece of packaging for at least 5 years that I've been hanging on to. So when I tell you to just get stuff out and start using it. The other thing that I love to do, and I don't know if you guys have ever done it, is I love to do trades on flowish journals. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those, but they are so fun because you get to share all those old papers and things that you might have been hanging on to, and you get to share them with others. And it's just, that's another really fun swap to do. Unfortunately, postage is just so ridiculous. It's amazing how much postage has gone up. So that is keeping, I know, a lot of people from doing trades with others, which is a bummer because that is fun. We're going to go like this. You know what? We're going to make this one go this way. I'm going to go like this, and we're going to tuck that little piece in, but I need something else to go with it. I'm going to add this little bit of vintage wrapping paper. And on that wrapping paper, I'm going to stick this little number. Just like that. And then I am going to glue these together just for stability. There we go. All right. Grab my stapler. And we have this one. This one is done. You know what? I'm going to stick a little piece of this in here. Another thing I've been hoarding for a while are these little sequin pieces. There we go. Gave it just a little bit of bling. And you know what? Since I added that gold, oops, I can add this little gold sticker that says Dream. There we go. Okay, you guys, we have, Let's see how many of these we made. It's been 45 minutes and I've done a lot of talking, but let's see how many we made. We made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to add this little stamp here. So it's on my desk and I want to use it up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 embellishments in 45 minutes time. And I literally did a lot of talking. So we could have made them so much faster. So Chloe, you're asking me, have I ever made a tag flip? Not sure what you're asking. I know, aren't these adorable, Mitzi? And look, that was all junk off of my desk. Like I don't have, I cleared it off. So this is all I have left out of that whole pile that we started with. This is it. Are you kidding? Like I am geeked about that. Oh, and I do have 3 more of these hello stickers in this. Loads of tags and people put them on a jump ring. Loads of tags and people put them on a jump ring. Chloe, I don't know what that is. I might have to look that up on YouTube and see what that is. All right. So this is going to drive me nuts, you guys. I have to finish this up. We're going to try to use up everything that's right here. Let's just do it. Remember I said we were going to use this junk up, so let's get it used up. So I'm going to ink real quick. Does anybody else know what Chloe's talking about? Because it sounds very interesting, and I'm like, love to see new things. I've seen loads of people making them, and I've always wondered what they're for. I was going to ask you. I wish I knew what they were. So you say, have you ever made a tag flip? Yeah. Loads of tags and people put them on jump rings. So are you saying they just put a bunch of tags and then they put a ring on the top of here and they flip them up? I'm not quite sure. Mitzi's never heard of it either. And after they have fully decorated them. Oh, so are they just tags that they've decorated and then they're just keeping them like on an inspiration ring? I've seen people do that. Or they just decorate tags up and then they put them on the those rings to just, they keep them for like inspiration. I know another crafting friend, she sometimes, like when people send her things, she'll use it. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah. So I think people just use those for inspiration. All right. And the Happy Mail videos, yeah, those are cool. I mean, I don't know what you, other than just to use them for inspiration, I think that's pretty much all they use them for. I mean, I think you could use them. I don't typically use things that people make me. I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of people out there and there's a lot of people that use things that people have made in their journals that they sell. And I just have always felt funny about that because I feel like if somebody made it for me, you know, I shouldn't do that. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. People do it all the time. I think on this one, I'm just going to have the little quotation mark showing. And we're going to staple this right now as is. And then we'll add some more things to it. Yeah, I mean, I like to see what other people make, and I when I get Happy Mail, and I haven't received Happy Mail in ages, but I love Happy Mail, and I love to just see what others make, and a lot of times I will just put it in I have a little book, and I'll just glue it in there or stick it in there just because I love to see, and I usually put the person's address and their name so that I can go back and look at it at another time. But I typically would not use something that someone else. All right, there's another one. We're getting this stuff used up, you guys. I'm so excited. So excited. I have to use this butterfly because he's bright and vibrant. Isn't this one nice? All right. All right, let's see here. I'm going to use this vintage paper. I'm running out of items on my desk. I'm trying not to jump in and grab anything else out of my box, because I'll probably end this video because I'm ready to do a ton more crafting. I'm probably going to end this video and then pull some more things out of my box. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Let's see here. Let me add this little. No, I don't like that. Don't like it. For this one, I'm just going to use it as a base just to stiffen it up a little bit. You're not going to see it, but it just stiffened up my base. So I did use another one, but not for the purpose that it wasn't intentionally for. But because this is a sticker, I am going to just put a little bit of glue because I want it to stay on its backing. So I'm just going to pull this off. And I have a ton of those, so I'm not worried about wasting one as a base. But boy, that really stiffened that up. All right, you guys, I have one butterfly left. So, and we'll have used up almost everything on the desk. So we have to use this last one since it's left. We're going to use this. All right. All right, we're going to tear this down. And you can stencil over these. You can stamp. A stamp can be another element for you. There's lots and lots of things that you can do. So we're going to add that piece. I know the bag's gone. But look at how many cool embellishments we made, and look at how many more times we can enjoy this bag versus it just being a bag. I'm gonna flip this like this. That little bit of green sticking out. Okay, so this is only, well, technically this is 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would be the 5th. But I really want just a smidge of fabric sticking out because I'm kind of counting that other one as being, so we're going to add, I don't want that orange flower sticking out. I love that orange flower, but just not on this one. Let's put the fabric sticking out of the bottom this time. Let's see. Nope, I don't like that. I'll go just like this and just like this. Sorry, guys. Fiddling around with this one a little bit too long here. There we go. There we go. All right. Think we did it, you guys. Think we did it. 1, 2, 3. Look at all of these could go in the same journal. This one I would probably even add another piece to, but that's something I could do later. None of this stuff matched. It was all hodgepodge. But look at how many beautiful embellishments we made out of this hodgepodge mess. And I'm just kind of keeping the butterflies together because out of that mess, we were able to do there's 19 of them, 19 embellishments. Oops, you guys can't see them all. I'll just adjust my camera a little. 19 embellishments. Those are so cute. I love them. And I now have 19 embellishments that we can use to embellish all kinds of things. You know, these are going to be adorable on tags, and these are just collage tags. But look at each one makes them look so different. We're using the same tag, but look at how much of a difference each one of those makes. And for those people who love handmade items, these would be so cute to just pop in an envelope and put a little note, I'm thinking about you. And they could use it as a bookmark. You know, these can be used for a lot of different things. So don't, you know, throw these in the mail, give them to somebody, put them in a little free library. Sometimes I'll just take tags and I will staple things together, and I have a little free library that's down the road, and I'll put a whole pile of them, put some yarn up here, and I'll just put a whole pile of them in there so people can use them as bookmarks. So, you know, let people enjoy these. Lots of people will enjoy these in different ways. And, you know, they're so cute. So this one you could attach on the bottom, and then you could also stuff it with ephemera on the top. See, it creates a little tuck. So lots of different things you can do. I hope you love that. I'm going to go ahead and turn this video off, and I am going to move on to my next video, and I will be posting it. So if you're still bored and you want to watch me, I'm going to put another video up in about 3 minutes actually, and we're going to pull some more scraps out and make some new designs. I hope everybody has a good night, and if you are still wanting to watch some more, come on over to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below, and I'm going to be on in just a few more minutes. All right, see you guys.